no place to go. Let it snow.
Okay, so starting off, I'm going to carve out my client's brows. This is Kim. She's super beautiful and I love doing her makeup. But anyways, I'm going to be using the P. Louise base, and I really didn't fill in her brows because clearly she doesn't need it. She was blessed with amazing brows, so I didn't even bother, but I am still carving them out to give that, precise shape. So I'm just dragging that eyeshadow primer all the way in the inner corner and bringing it pretty far out, just, because I like to kind of wing out the eyeshadow. But I'm going in with the Cosette, one of the Cosette eyeshadows. I've mentioned these eyeshadows like a bunch of times already, but I will link them down below. I just have a bunch of individual shades, and I'm just applying a cool tone brown to the crease as her transition shade. I've been using a lot more cool tones lately, and I'm shocked because I always used to love warm tones, and I still do. They have a special place in my heart, but lately I've been liking the cool tones. So I'm just applying that throughout the crease. And then I'm taking a gray color and just applying that on the outer corner and blending that into the crease color just to start deepening up the eye. And I am bringing that all the way in because we are going to be doing a slight cut crease again. I just love cut creases. I just think that they look good. Not on everybody. They don't look good on everybody, but she could really pull it off. So I wanted to do a cut crease. Now I am taking the Anastasia eye primer. I believe it was the Anastasia eye primer. Yeah. And I'm just applying that all over the eye to cut the crease or cut the lid. I'm not doing a full cut crease. It's obviously a half cut crease, but whatever, you get the point. So I'm just applying that, and I like to use my Anastasia number 18 brush because it's super thin and you can be really precise with it. And now I'm going in with a small little blending brush and just applying some of the darker shadows that I used on the outer corner just to really intensify the eye, and then I'm going in with a black to really smoke out that outer edge.
We've no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Then taking the silver from the Makeup with Jaw Clientele palette, I'm going to apply that all over the eye, all over the cut crease part. And this is a really pretty silver. As you can see, it's not like super intense of a silver, but it's subtle and pretty. But we're gonna make it more intense right now. So I'm gonna be adding the Dose of Colors pigment in Disco, I believe. This pigment is intense. It is the most intense silver ever, and I'm just applying that on top of the other eyeshadow we use to really make this super shiny and metallic lid. Going in with a matte liquid liner, and I'm making a little wing, and then I'm going to take a black eyeshadow and just smudge that out. I love smudging out winged liner. I don't know. I just love doing it on clients because I feel like you don't have to be as precise when it comes to the liquid liner because you're smudging it out anyway, so it doesn't need to be perfect. You know what I mean? But now I'm just taking a mixture of the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in Latte and Makeup Forever Ultra HD Liquid Foundation. And I'm just applying this all over her skin. Her face was a lot darker than her neck, or at least it looked that way on camera. So I did want to match the neck, but don't worry, we're going to be going in with some cream contour to really warm up the skin. So yeah, I'm just applying this all over and then blending it in with a beauty sponge. Once I have all the foundation blended in, I'm going to take my Jouer concealer in the shade Coffee. This is the best contouring shade. It's so good. It's kind of on the neutral side, so it's not too warm. But anyways, we're just going to contour the jawline, the cheekbones, the forehead a little bit, and the nose. And then I'm going in with a brush, but I'm also keeping my beauty sponge nearby just to really blend everything together. And I like to use the sponge after I brush just because the sponge already has leftover foundation on it, so it just really melts everything together. And as you can see, this shade is just beautiful on her skin tone and adds the most perfect amount of warmth. It's not too much, but I don't know. I really think it looked really good on her. Now I'm just going in with my concealer by MAC. This is the Smooth Wear Concealer, I believe. And I'm just going to highlight and conceal underneath her eyes. And I'm just doing this one eye at a time because I do like to kind of work with this product kind of fast. I feel like it does dry down pretty quickly, so I like to work with it one eye at a time. Underneath the eyes, I actually use my Maybelline Loose Fit Me Powder in Light. This just blends into the skin like butter and it sets the face so nicely. So I'm just applying that on the center of the face to, set the concealer and all of that. And then I'm going in with a little bit of another loose powder just to set the rest of the face very lightly. I didn't go too crazy with the powder because she didn't need it. And now I'm just bronzing up the skin with Hoola Caramel and a little bit of the original Hoola as well. But I like the warmth of Hoola Caramel on her skin tone. I just felt like it looked really nice. And then I'm going to go in with some blush. I decided just to use some peachier colors from my Morphe 8W palettes. And I usually just mix a bunch of shades together. So I can't tell you which one I used because I just kind of mix them all together. But yeah, I just like to use something a little bit more peachy on her because I just feel like it suits her well. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. I'm just using the Benefit Cookie highlighter. And actually, I think I mixed two highlighters. I think I used the Benefit Cookie, and then I used a little bit of the Wet n Wild loose highlighter, and I'm So Lit, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm just highlighting the tip of the nose and down the bridge of the nose as well. And just, I always like to go over that with a beauty blender just to really make sure it's all blended. And now I'm just going in with some black liner and just lining the waterline because I did want the lower lash line to be a little bit more dramatic. And then I used some black eyeshadows and browns just to blend that out. And yeah, I didn't do too much of the lower lash line. And then I applied the shade Glow Up from the Makeup with Jaw palette on the inner corners.
Let it snow, let it snow.
Now I'm going in with the ColourPop lip liner in Taurus, which is just a warm brown, and I'm just lining her lips. And then I used some Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. I do not remember the names of them. It came in a set with like a bunch of mini ones, so I just was using those. And then I went on top of it with the Morphe lip gloss in the shade Boho just to add a little bit of gloss and shine. But that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.
Let it snow, let it snow.